post introductions. I'm okay on your rhythm, attention. Not led to action. I'm here to give you all that satisfaction.
Well, there are two aspects of the Atwal brand, yeah? There's me, and there's the company. Now, Atwal is, I'm a producer, yeah? And I manage some people. But then the Atwal music in itself handles the events, we do music production itself, video production, and a bunch of other things. Mixing, mastering, audio engineering, all that kind of stuff. I started playing the keys really early, like when I was about 13. That's when I actually got my first tutor. I was playing before that, but then I started doing it really seriously when I was 13. And in high school, I used to take music really seriously. Yeah, so we used to have exams every week about practical exams, and you had to play a piece for the teacher, and if he likes it, he grades you. So that's what really made me go really into it. So I started playing pieces for him, and before I knew it, we had to do work experience in year 10. So I headed to Kenyan's studio, and he gave me a bunch of softwares, let me use the stuff, and that's when I really fell in love with it because I started working for real. And when I was 17, that's when I actually started selling music to people, and it worked out well. In terms of capital, I put back pretty much most of the money that I make. Yeah, I just put it back into a different venture I'm doing musically, like whether it's an event, whether it's a site, whether it's equipment, whether it's a location. I put all the money that I make back into my craft. That any money I have left over, of course I use it on myself and do stuff. But then that's rare. I just put it into the stuff that I make. So I pay for everything, pretty much, and I get some help. But then I like to cover I cover most of my own expenses. My new studio next to Prestige is really not going to record people that are that different. It's just going to get more people. It's just the business is just going to be a lot better. So in Athi River, obviously I had people come in, or whether it's from Daystar itself or from Nairobi, but the big problem that they had was the distance. And that's one issue that I'm going to be able to get rid of with Prestige.
I need a bad girl with her hair done, them heels high, them pants tight, and she better be down to right. Flexing.
I just have to like you if you're an Atwal music artist. As in, you don't really have to have a specific style or character. If I like what you do, and I think that you're determined and serious about this music thing, it's really a done deal. We can work something out. Life influences me. Like, I can't really point onto one thing, because it's not the first time I'll say I don't like the conventional Kenyan sound. I don't like the music that blows up here. I do like, though, a lot of the stuff that's going on in the rest of Africa. For instance, SA and Nigeria, they're doing pretty good. And I actually like the sound, not because I'm not patriotic or anything. I just don't like the stuff that that's conventional. Yeah, it doesn't impact me. I can not just because of the genre. The genre is okay. I don't really have a problem with the genre. I have the problem with the quality of sound. Most Kenyans prefer to release watered down music that's really out there in bulk, as opposed to actually getting it mixed and mastered properly and getting it, sounding as good as the Western music does. Because we have the facility, we can actually, like for instance, let's say Jazz Adonga, for instance, right? He has really good music. He mixes and masters his stuff really well. Any artist that works with him gets a good product. But then you go to most of these, in fact, 90% of all these other producers, they don't do that. You just give it to them, and it's just it's okay, I can't cuss. It's just not good. The Atwal music genre doesn't exist because it's all new school. It's just, I can't say it's hip hop, I can't say it's R&B, I can't say it's anything to do with trance or whatever. It's just new school music. That's all you can call it. My main influences are Timbaland, Scott Storch, and yeah, that's it for now. But then that's musical. And business-wise, you have to look up to even some guys here in Kenya, right? Like Susan Kachukia, she's paved the way for a lot of people. And even Jazz and a bunch of other people. But I can't name that many because I honestly don't feel like the local industry is that healthy, whether in music or in business. But I think we're growing, especially business-wise. So there will be more, but right now it's just really hard to name any.
Yeah, I'm feeling this beat from the range to capillaries. I'm finna head of the club with my artillery. Oh snap, them hoes really feeling me. Vips action, taking shots like Kennedy. No mediocre mommy up in my selection. Big boy, you got a suggestion? Now what you want to say? And trying to listen to that, they had a long day. I'd rather sit in the back of bottles of Bombay. 3G when it flows like.
The main challenge I'd say I've faced is education of the market. Yeah. Now one thing you'll notice is that people kind of know what good music is, but it's like watered down music is shoved down their throats, whether it's by the media or by even in their phones, the stuff that they have to listen to is forced to the shown every day. It's like they're forced to listen to the stuff that's really not the best. And I'm not saying I blame them, but in part I do kind of blame the media that we put out and us ourselves. I don't think we support ourselves enough. Trap Heaven was a festival and an album launch for like Atwal Music basically, and the new album called Trap Heaven. And so basically what happened at the event, I had different artists come in. I had Fenna, Papa Don, Shoe Kid, Calvin, people I work with, even Ben Vic, and they performed the music and people liked it, but then mainly the purpose of Trap Heaven was to debut my album, give it out to the masses, and at the same time sell some merch in the process. You can get the album on Wabe for 500 shillings, but then it's going to be on iTunes soon. By next week it'll be on iTunes, it'll be on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, pretty much everywhere. And yeah, it'll be really easy to get as well. Now the beat store is something I started a few months ago. It's basically, for instance, right now the status quo is if you want a beat from a producer, you have to contact the producer or call them or text them or whatever and tell them how much you charge a beat or a track. And the problem with that is that it's slow, number one, and number two, it's really easy for someone to con you. Like, it's really easy for someone to give you a much higher price than you really need to pay. And so with the beat store, we kind of cut the middleman in a sense. And so when you get to the beat store, you listen to all the beats there, all of them you can listen to them for free. So you listen to every single one, and if you like one, you can't download it obviously, it's really encrypted, but if you try one, if you like one, you press buy, and then you choose the package you want. We have 3 packages. We have the regular, exclusive, and the pro package. Now in the basic package, it can go even from as low as 2K to 5K, yeah? Now that's just going to give you the beat itself. The beat is yours with the rights to the beat, and you can even have it separate files if you want. Yeah, the beat, you own the beat now. But then if you pay more, you'll be able to own the beat, and then any vocals you record on the beat, a producer will mix and master them for you. So let's say you buy a beat from the beat store, and you just have a beat now. Now what's next? Now I want to do a track, so I record the track even in my room or even in the studio. All I have to do, take those vocals, send them to a producer, and I'll get them professionally mixed and mastered for me, and I'll get a really good track out of it. And the exclusive package, the main one, is now you get the beat, you get the mixing and mastering, but you also get studio time and you also get a producer to record you, mix and master your stuff, and do everything, and conduct your studio time in general. Next is I'm gonna do a couple more events, but right now I'm really focusing on setting up the new location. That's what's gonna be happening over the next 2 or so months. Getting the location perfect and getting all the equipment in and just getting things done. And after that, I'm gonna do another event. I'm gonna make it a lot bigger than Trap Heaven. So yeah, we're just gonna see how that goes. And then I have to sign an artist this year. And yes, I have some people that I'm looking at, but then I wanna be sure. So this, at least for the remainder of the year, event, artist, location. That has to happen. Visit atwalmusic.com for everything you need to know, and buy a beat.